Hello there, amazing viewers and subscribers, and welcome to a brand new amazing Doctor Who ranking series for today. So, this is the start of a brand new series on my channel where I'm going to be ranking all of the TARDIS console rooms from 1963 to 2024. But unfortunately, I have split this into two different parts. So, part one is going to be the console room from 1996 to 2024, aka this year's console for this year. So 1996 to this year, and then of course part two will be on the classic series from 1963 to 1989. So we have got 8 Doctor Who modern TARDIS console rooms for me to rank and how I enjoy them. So are you sitting comfortably? Good, and let's dive in. So this is going to be a kind of a two-part series. So you got part one coming out this week. Next week we're going to have part two. And then, of course, we're going to have another type of a ranking series where I'm going to be ranking the outside of the TARDIS, the exterior TARDIS, aka the police boxes, from my least favourite design to my all-time favourite design for the police boxes, considering how many the Doctor has changed the police box so many times. So, ranking the Doctor Who TARDIS console rooms, the reason I've done this into a two-part series is because I got modelled up. So, I'm literally going to split this in between modern and classic. So first part's going to be on the modern era, including 1996, but the second part is one I'm really looking forward to because I just absolutely love the TARDIS console rooms more in the classic era than I do for the modern era. So I thought it'd be a good way to kind of split these up into two different categories. So we have got 8 categories for 8 different Doctor Who TARDIS console rooms used from the modern era and of course the TV movie. So let's dive into it, shall we? So in 8th place, I've had to put the 13th Doctor's console room from 2018 to 2022. And I don't really care much for this console room. It does have some good things I do quite like. I do love the whole steampunk sort of vibes when you walk through the police box doors and you got the kind of like the steampunk sort of thing going on, like used to having the roundels around it. The console room itself, I don't really like. I mean, when the images was released back in 2018, before the series started to air, well, before the title was revealed, the TARDIS and the Ghost Woman, it looks really good in the kind of the blue lighting. But when it kind of got into the yellow type, goldish or yellow or orangey color vibes that we see from series 11 to series 13, I don't really care for them. I don't really care for the crystal round things. The only thing I'm going to have to be honest with you, I actually do like the crystal time rotor in the middle of the TARDIS console. But this console really just looks like a really bad remake of the Tennant/Eccleston one that we see for series 1 to 4. I don't really care for this one. I like some stuff in it, like when the 13th Doctor's there talking to a Dalek in Resolution, and of course basically when the 13th Doctor pilot the TARDIS all through the flux, and of course when you had the big giant spike things coming through the TARDIS in the flux, dripping oil, I don't care for it normally because it just looks like a really bad knockoff from the Tennant/Eccleston one, but it does have some good scenes in basically series 13, I have to say. So yeah, in 8th place it is the 13th Doctor's console room. In 7th place, now this one I did used to love, but because we've had other console rooms, it's become my second to least favourite. And it is the 11th Doctor's console room from 2010 to 2012, the series 5, 6 and 7 part 1 TARDIS console room. Now, when I first saw this back in 2010, I absolutely fell in love with the TARDIS. It was such a big, massive change from the Eccleston Tennant one. And a really good change, to be honest with you. I love the whole staircase thing where you literally run up and it looks like you're going around different bits. I love the way they walk at the bottom. You kind of got the base that's holding the column of in the middle of the console room up. And of course you've got the Doctor's swinging chair and when he's there fixing it, including the timey-wimey stuff. This console room, I did used to love this one. This used to be my favourite one, but in recent years this one has moved down quite a lot. This TARDIS for Matt Smith, it does kind of suit him, but the fact this is the TARDIS supposed to be rebuilt, why is there literally a big massive horn sort of thing, and of course a typewriter. I absolutely have no idea, but if they weren't in the console, I think I would actually quite enjoy it, because I do like all the levelers. I do like the switches and the light bulbs, and of course I do like the fact how when House takes over, we go to the kind of green lighting, and then we go back to the normal lighting. I do prefer the normal lighting, and of course I love the fact we have the return of the big TARDIS scanner in this TARDIS as well. Now you're probably wondering, what am I on about? So back in the classic series of Doctor Who, we had a scanner from basically 1977, well, say 1976, with the secondary console room. But I absolutely love the fact how we kind of got that back, especially when we see it for the first time in Victory of the Daleks, and the 11th Doctor did use it again in The Girl Who Waited. I really love the return of the big scanner, instead of having the little monitor ones that you see on the console room, where you've got one hanging down, where we see it from the 9th Doctor and the 10th Doctor one. Even the 8th Doctor kind of had it, so I was really happy to see the return of the big giant scanner. So I do actually quite enjoy it one. So number 6, in 6th place we have the 9th/10th Doctor's console room from series 1 to series 4. Now this one has grown on me quite a lot, because this used to be my least favourite one, but I actually quite enjoy the series 1 and 2 kind of vibes from it, with the whole darker lighting, with the green lighting that we see for Eccleston. I mean, I love rewatching the remasters recently, and it looks absolutely stunning there. But then of course they overlit it for series 3 and 4. I prefer the kind of like the dark green type colour for the console room before they got the overlit. But it is actually quite good. I love the fact we've got bicycle pumps, because it does really make you think the Doctor's had this console for a while, and when things broken from it, he's literally just tried placing little bits and dabs with things from his adventures, which is quite good. I do quite enjoy this one. I love the little scanner thing. I was a little bit disappointed that we don't have the big main scanner, but I was happy that it did return in the first console room for the 11th Doctor. So yeah, I do quite enjoy this one. It has grown on me a lot in recent years. Number 5. Now this one I absolutely love. I love this one. This is my 5th favourite console room from the modern era, and it was actually used once in one scene or two. It is the War Doctor's TARDIS from the Day of the Doctor. Now this console room absolutely looks absolutely splendid. Yes, I do know they kind of reuse the Tennant and Eccleston time rotor, and of course the console itself, but when you actually have the flipping cream walls with the roundels, it looks absolutely splendid. It really does look so good between the modern and the new. Well, sorry, between the modern and the old and modern. It looks absolutely splendid. I absolutely quite enjoy this console room. I mean, I really love the way how in the episode the 2 Doctors do restrict it. Hey, look, the round things. I love the round things. What are the round things? No idea. I mean, I absolutely love the roundels myself, which is why I do prefer the classic era TARDISes. But this one, I just absolutely love, because it's literally the blend of the old and the new, and it looks so brilliant and fantastic. How did it go from this fantastic console into the Eccleston/Tennant one? I have no idea, but this one, I actually do prefer it. It looks absolutely splendid. It looks so much better than the 9/10th Doctor ones, TARDIS Wayne console as well. So I do actually quite enjoy it above them. Number 8. Sorry, no. Number 4. There we are. Number 4. In 4th place, we have the 8th Doctor's TARDIS from 1996. Now, this is how you get a proper steampunk TARDIS console room. It looks absolutely splendid. I love the bookshelves. I loved how the Doctor's got all the clocks against the wall. I love the time rotor. I absolutely love the console itself. It looks absolutely amazing. I love the whole flippy gadget thing, where it literally turns it to the month and day of the year for Earth. And of course, it does land in 1999. I absolutely love the fact we have this kind of old church room for the Eye of Harmony, because the Eye of Harmony looks absolutely splendid here, and it has never looked as good as it did here. I mean, they did try to bring it back in this Journey to the Centre of the TARDIS, but it didn't do it justice. I really think it didn't do it justice, but I absolutely love this console room. I think it's brilliant. Now, the one thing I had to put this one a bit higher over the Tennant, over the other ones, is because that 3D kind of lighting system, when the Doctor pulls out and you kind of see the whole galaxy in the console room, I really love that. I would love to see that return on the new budget from Disney. I absolutely love that console with that whole shot with the whole galaxies, and the Doctor shows Grace like Gallifrey, and he goes, "Ooh, it's a good trillion miles away from here, but it's a good 5 or 10 minutes in this whole thing." I just absolutely love that, and it's absolutely brilliant and fantastic, which is why I do quite enjoy this console room a lot more than some other people do. Number 3, the Fugitive Doctor's console room from 2020. This has got to be a fantastic console room. I absolutely love this one. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I love it? Because it's a reuse of the 1960s console room that they rebuilt for basically in an eventual space and time. So they reused it. It looks absolutely flipping brilliant. I absolutely love it. I love the whole back panel as well. And of course, you got the TV monitor where the Doctor knew what parts were like missing, aka like we see in the Daleks. It really does kind of scream before Hartnell's Doctor, but it just looks so much brilliant and fantastic. I was going to say, out of this one, I do prefer the Fugitive or the first and second Doctor's console room. It's got to go to them too, because I'll talk a bit more about that in the classic, when I talk about the classic ones. I just actually quite enjoy this one, and the fact that really this has made it into third place in the modern era just looks absolutely brilliant and fantastic. I really quite enjoy it. Number 2. So in second place, we have the most current console room we have seen so far, and it is the 14th/15th Doctor's console room from the 60th anniversary, and of course season 1 for Ncuti Gatwa, or season 40. I absolutely love this one. Now, it looks so good. It looks like they kind of reused bits from the Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi one for the 11th and 12th Doctors, and a few little bits and dabs from the 31st Matt Smith console room. But this one looks absolutely more brilliant. I love the fact we kind of got like ramps, so you can have a disabled companion go around in the TARDIS, which looks absolutely brilliant. If they ever do a disabled companion, I really hope they do at some point. Or imagine having K9 back and he literally walks going around all the ramps and stuff. I absolutely love the fact that the TARDIS can actually look so brilliant. I mean, it actually looks a bit like the 60s ones if they had the budget to do it. I mean, I love the cream of it, the whole cream walls. We have the return of the roundels, not as big and chunky as they were in the classic series, but we've got roundels. I love how the fact they can change colour as well into different multicolours. I absolutely love the console room itself. The time rotor looks absolutely amazing. The console itself, it looks so good. I mean, you got buttons, you got levers. You could just press anything in this one. It looks even brilliant. And of course, we do have the coffee disposal, but I think the Doctor might take that out after what happened with Donna, you know, where she has the thing, goes, "Oh my God, I did it again." I absolutely do love this console room. It looks absolutely splendid and fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to the new era with Doctor Who in this console room, because I'm quite looking forward to seeing what the 15th Doctor can do in this console room. Even though this console room we kind of see at the end of the Star Beast in a few clips in the Wild Blue Yonder, and of course we see a big chunk of it being used in the Giggle. In the Church on Ruby Road, it wasn't really used much until the end part, when you got the 15th Doctor standing and he goes, "I'm the Doctor," and that's the way how it just ends. So I'm quite looking forward to seeing this TARDIS in action, this console room. It looks absolutely brilliant. It looks so much better than the other predecessors console rooms. It's so much better than the Jodie Whittaker one. I actually wish Jodie Whittaker kind of had this console room instead of the kind of the nasty looking knockoff of the Tennant/Shackleton one. But I actually do quite enjoy this one. It looks brilliant and fantastic, and I cannot wait. So, number 1. My favourite console room for the modern era has to go to the 11th/12th Doctor's console rooms, used from Series 7 Part 2 all the way down to Series 10, aka the 2012 to 2017 console. Now, I actually do prefer this with the kind of the orangey red kind of lighting with Peter Capaldi, but I do kind of like the green lighting as well. I absolutely love the fact we kind of have more control panels on the sides that we see in the Matt Smith one before, and you see them again in the Capaldi. I love the fact when you got stairs and you kind of got a chalkboard for the 12th Doctor to use, like you see in Listen and some other stuff. And then, of course, you've got more stairs leading down to where he has his guitar and the bass of the guitar. And I just absolutely love this console room in general because it just looks absolutely brilliant and fantastic. Now, this one, I absolutely fell in love with this one from the moment I saw it in the Snowman way back in 2012. And believe me, I was literally back in college in that year. I was literally in the middle of my first year of college, and when this console room basically popped up, I used to talk to my friend Joshua Richards, who was there at the time, and I used to talk about how much I used to love this console room, and I just absolutely genuinely love it. I love the whole helicopter sort of thing when it goes around in circles, like when you're time traveling. It looks absolutely good, that one. The telepathic circuits, when you see Clara put them in her hands in dark water to find out if Danny Pink is still alive. So I really do like the way how Clara uses the telepathic circuits to see if Danny's still alive. And then of course you lead to the whole mystery with Missy. I absolutely love this console room. It just looks absolutely brilliant and fantastic. And the way the Doctor can actually take off the actual scanner and he can sit down with it. And as you see him eating sushi or noodles in the TARDIS while Missy's there on the colony ship for Mondas. I just absolutely love this console room. I just can't get enough of it. I just genuinely love this console room. It's brilliant, it's amazing, and it's fantastic, and I absolutely love it. So that is part 1 of ranking the Doctor Who TARDIS console rooms from 1996 to 2024. So part 2 will be coming out next week. So give you a bit of a recap. In 8th place we have the 13th Doctor's console room. In 7th place we have the 11th Doctor's console room. In 6th place we have the 9th/10th Doctor's console room. In 5th place we have the War Doctor's console room, which I just absolutely genuinely love. In 4th place we have the 8th Doctor's console room from the TV movie. In 3rd place we have the Fugitive Doctors. In 2nd place we have the current console room. I just absolutely love the current console room. And then of course we have my all-time favourite console room from the modern era from 2012 to 2017. I cannot wait to see what you think of this video in the comments section down below. And I'm really looking forward to see what you see of my opinions for the classic TARDIS's console rooms. Let me know, what is your favourite modern console room? Let me know in the comments. Please do like, subscribe and share, and join me for more awesome Doctor Who content. Have a cracking day, you amazing viewers and subscribers.